Hi, Taurus. This is the read that found you, and these are the cards that flipped out for you. Now, Taurus, first of all, there's no warning cards. That's great, right? But I am getting a strong kind of like a family vibe. As I was shuffling, I always let them just sort of flip out, and I was getting family, something involved with family. So some of you may be heavily involved with the legalities of dealing with family right now. It might be an inheritance, trust fund, how to pay for college. I'm getting a lot of different dealing with family at this time. Now, it may not always be financial either, but I am getting that it's almost like some of you are actually trying to settle a dispute between possibly grown children or family members like a brother and sister. But let's get into it. So we're starting off here with the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands, very high, sitting on his throne, full of passion. The King of Wands is dedicated, determined. King of Wands is very good entrepreneurial energy. Okay. And so beyond the family scenario that I was getting, I am getting a very strong work vibe that you might be switching jobs. Okay. And just to let you know, it's looking very, very good. But it looks like this career path that you started in was something that you were very passionate about, something you very much enjoyed, and something you were very, very good at, But at some point, circumstances changed. Now, they could have just been spiritual. They could have been outside circumstances. Maybe, the area you were living in got a little bit more dangerous and it wasn't the same anymore. Or likewise, maybe a place that you had always wanted to live, but you were afraid to, suddenly became more comfortable. The idea of it became more comfortable and more opportunities popped up. And, so a lot of times it's not necessarily a bad thing, but just, hey, life happens. And I'm seeing that you're dealing with this in a very mature manner. This isn't a naive sort of uneducated kind of whim. Okay. This is something you're dealing with. You're taking it very seriously and you're dealing with it in a very mature manner. Okay. Now, next up, we have the Emperor right smack in the middle. And I feel like when the Emperor is in the middle of two great cards like this, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands, I feel like that's where the delegating comes in. It's almost like a shift. You're taking an emperor stance and making the right decision. Because I do feel like in the work scenario, you are moving from the King of Wands into this Queen of Pentacles. And it's a new environment. It's a new job opportunity. And you're making the right decisions to make sure that this transition happens smoothly. The Emperor is very powerful. The Emperor is very wise, very, very educated, very seasoned, knows what they're doing. Okay. Again, this is not an immature decision. This is something that's based on a lot of responsibility and dedication. Okay. And then, of course, we have the Queen of Pentacles, kind of a different scenario than the King of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles, very nurturing. Of course, she's very, very abundant. So I feel like a lot of you are driven by the fact that you'll be making a lot more money in a calmer atmosphere. I really feel that that's for the work aspect of it. That's where where you're headed for this. And again, she's very giving. I'm getting the people around you will prosper as well, that this is a win-win situation for everyone. But yeah, looking really good on the work front. And of course, our main energy here, the Empress, the goddess of creation here, you can't beat that. You're creating something. You're bringing something to life, bringing something to fruition. And if you look here, you see this bird is taking flight. She's flying. She's moving into something here. Okay. So she's changing course. She's going from point A to point B. All right. And, of course, it doesn't have to be necessarily a move but I feel for those of you on the work front who are going through a job change, to let you know that this is looking very, very good. Now, let's get back to the family part of it that I was feeling. Again, I'm getting like an inheritance or for those of you who aren't dealing with any financial issues, it's almost like I'm feeling like you're the middleman in between a family dispute and you manage to bring peace to it. Somehow, Taurus, you manage to be the glue that brings everyone together. Now we have the Emperor clarified by the Empress is clarifying this whole read. That's how I do it intuitively. I just kind of, every day is a little bit different. But when we have the Empress and the Emperor together, that's a complete set. You know what I mean? It's a complete set. That means that your mind and your heart, your ability to reason, as well as your ability to have empathy, is heightened at this time. And you are the prime example of someone who can mend bridges. I do feel like for some of you in your family, there was a separation between two family members that was probably not what even they wanted. There was a disagreement or misunderstanding, and you're here to kind of bring things together. And, that's not easy to do. That's not easy to do, but I feel like in your situation, if you resonate with this, then yeah, that's something that's going to turn out very positive. All right, Taurus, I love this for you. I really hope this helps. Until next time, over and out.